So I'm having one of those different type of days, not the normal schedule. I got so much shit that been going on today. Let me tell y'all something. Well, let me talk about the mall first. I'll talk about my day, and then I'll tell you about the victory I had. I'm exhausted today. I am spent. Okay. And the reason why I'm in happy mood now. I'm good. I'm grateful. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. But today I have had a lot to do, a lot going on. And so let me see. I had to take my daughter. I had to take her hair out. That's always a fight. Take her hair loose. She don't like I have to sneak attack her ass. She get the one to fight and tussle and shit. That must be swinging on me. Hey, cut that shit out. I ain't gonna lie. It's my fault. I raised my child like a white person, and that's my fault. That's my fault. I can't help it. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. So she's quite entitled and bossy and all kind of other things. She act like a goddamn little what you call it, little Bobby. She be acting like little Bobby, but that's all right. Anyway, so I had to tussle her and get her hair taken down so we can go to her spa beauty salon place for little girls. And so I'm waiting for her to get done. Long story short, I usually go and I shop in the mall since the mall is close by till she gets her hair done. So I go in the mall and I'm shopping and I was like, oh my God, I need to get her some new earrings. Well, I usually buy the gold on the internet. I spend about $60 for gold or at least gold posts. I had never really thought about it too much. I hadn't been in a store to buy gold in a minute. Man, gold has skyrocketed. I'm talking about gold like in Dillard's, Macy's, that shit. I went to the counter and I was just like, oh, y'all got a clearance sale on gold? I need some gold for my daughter, for her ears. I'm gonna try to get her some big girl earrings. Man, that woman says 1,600. 16, bitch, you got to be playing $1,600. Are you kidding? These little ass earrings. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the gold is that expensive. God damn, this is why the Indians, this is why and the Arabs, this is why they hoard gold, clearly. And the Jews, the Middle Easterners, they hoard gold. I see why. That shit would be $5 in the pawn shop. I'm just saying, how the hell is it $1,600? Anyway, needless to say, she got some goddamn silver earrings, okay? Because I ain't no damn boo boo fool. I'm not finna buy no gold, ain't all that. I just need it to not break her ass out, okay? Just simple little girl, innocent earrings. So I got her some little pearls. And I got them for like, what, $50? That's I can do that, okay? But I'm not spending those $1,600 when all she do is lose the goddamn earrings. That's all she do. I got so many boxes with one earring left. I ain't got time for that. And if you have a little girl, you'll find out. You just keep on replacing earrings all the time, all the time. Anyway, so one thing that just kind of hit my heart just now. So I go and I get the gold. Well, I was trying to go get gold earrings, and I ended up getting silver earrings with pearls. So I got that, and then I left that store and I went to the children's store, and I went ahead and I bought my daughter about 10 shirts or whatever for the fall, long sleeve. I came on up out of there. That was nice. There was one lady that was. I was like, this area is changing. She coming there, y'all got some pants on sale. I was like, God damn, bitch, she didn't even come. She's asking from the damn door, hollering into the store. Where do these people come from? Where the fuck do these people come from? How do they even afford to live over here? They have no apartments. Stonecrest is extremely expensive. Okay, I don't know where these people come. Maybe they drive from Conyers or something. I don't know. But the way they act, you just be like, God, can you shut your goddamn mouth? Why don't you come into the store first of all, instead of shouting from the hallway with your loud mouth? Come into the store, approach the salesperson like you got some goddamn sense, and talk at a regular voice so that person can hear you and not the whole store. I almost kept shaking every time, like jumping. Every time she fucking talks, she's barking. Goddamn, you loud. Fuck. Anyway, so I had a nice experience other than that in the children's store, just looking around and stuff. I don't know why. It seems like there's a lot of pajamas when we was kids. It's hard to find pajamas now. These pajamas for children, pajamas used to be $5 for children. Now pajamas is $30. What the fuck? You sleeping in it? Come on now, seriously. I'm a cheap motherfucker. Okay, that's just me. I'm cheap. That's how I keep a little money, because I'm cheap. We're gonna get to some money shit later. So I did a nice stream early today. Had a little fun. Um, my husband treated me and my daughter to Chick-fil-A. Helped me pick her up. Met me at school. We picked her up together. Oh, daddy! She was so excited, right? But what just happened at the mall just hard. It just touched my heart so much because I was going into the. I'm gonna just tell the truth. I'm gonna confess. I always go to the American Cookie Company when I come to the mall, and I get me a couple cookies. Okay. And so I was going into the elevator to get to the food court so I could buy my two cookies. And I like pecan chocolate chip. That's what I got. And I get my husband an oatmeal. He likes oatmeal. So I always get him one oatmeal and two for me. Anyhow, I'm going to get into the elevator and I notice this young man comes up behind me. He's taller than me and everything. But I can tell he's young based on his clothes out the corner of my eye. And y'all, it is a shame what this society in this country, and particularly white male patriarchy, has done to black men. They are beating black men down. That shit's fucked up. I'm glad I don't have a son because I couldn't take it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit just broke my heart a little bit, and I had to make light of it with this young man. Anyway, so I'm standing there, and this young man comes up behind me. I didn't push the button. I'm waiting on the elevator, and the elevator opens, and I happen to already see that he was looking the other way, and I got a glimpse out the side of my eye that something was going on with his head area. He had like a gray looking something on his head. And I'm like, that dude is young. What are you doing with the gray hair? So I turn around when he's looking away and I look at him and I'm staring at it. It's actually a fucking hat. He's got this gray and black shaggy hat that looks like hair. So I'm staring at it because I'm like, did he dye his hair? Like, I couldn't tell if it was hair or not. Right. So I'm like, did he dye his hair or what? And it's not that he had dyed his hair. It was a fucking hat. And so I'm staring at it because I'm trying to figure it out. Dressed young, but got this gray hair or something that looked gray. Weird. It was a weird texture. So that's what I'm looking at. And so when he turns to look towards me when the elevator opens, I just naturally glance away. Because in the South, you really don't need to be staring at people. Like that's rude. And it's not that I didn't want to speak. I just was looking at his hair, like, what the fuck is that? And when he started to turn to look at me, I just naturally glanced away. He misunderstood what I was looking at. Do you know what this young man says standing behind me to get on the elevator? Oh, God, you and your bicycle. All right, all right. Do you know what this young black man says to me? Because I'm going to get in the elevator and I'm holding the door, and he says, like I'm going to make room for him. And I'm coming in. He's still, he's standing there, and he's not moving. And I turn around and I look. People actually moving to the elevator. And he goes, do you mind if I ride? Child. And he had this look on his face. He's a nice young man, innocent young guy. He had a look on his face as if I can tell maybe you don't like me. I assume you're afraid of me. That shit broke my heart. I looked in his eye. I said, man, if you don't get in this elevator, I said, you a black man. You black like me. Get in this elevator. What you talking about? I made light of it. This society has fucked black men up. I wish I might ask a motherfucker permission to get on a public elevator. And he was literally indicting himself as if I already am suspect because I'm a black man and I need to get permission and ask if it's cool or do you feel threatened by me? Man, that shit hurt me so bad. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I wanted to lecture him, but I said, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. I wanted to tell him, don't you ever ask a motherfucker position. You good enough. I wanted to do all that. I wanted to. But the last thing he needs is somebody mommying him, right? That's the last thing he needs. So I decided to, if you don't get in here, you black on black, you a black man, come on in here. What you talking about? And I smiled at him. He don't even know how that made me feel, asking permission in a public space because you assume. And so I turned around. I said, I said, you thought? I said, no. I said, I'm looking at your hat. And then he put his hand on his hat, and he started laughing. I said, I was looking at your hat. I was trying to figure out what's going on because you're so young and like you had gray hair. And it's like a relief came over him. A relief came over him. One less person that's thinking he a thug. One less person that thinks he's a threat. You can see it. I was just like, man, this exchange. And so as we're going up the elevator real quick, just briefly, I was thinking about it. And I said I should say something else to make him laugh. And I did. I said to him, I said, you know who I'm worried about? Do you know who I'm worried about? He said, who? I said, I'm worried about white men. I said, because white men shoot up people they don't know and they like to shoot up schools. That's who I worry about. You good, brother. I said that to him. And he cracked up laughing. He said, real though? I said, yeah, for real though. I wanted to just make the brother laugh. He can't be more than 22. He can't be more than that. He likes with my high school kid. That just hurt my heart. Why? Why the fuck does society fuck with black men's minds like that? I'm a black woman, and maybe that's the difference that makes it. I wish I would ask a motherfucker if I can come into the elevator because I'm not sure if they're comfortable. I don't. Guess what? If you don't feel comfortable with me coming in the elevator, then you stay your fucking ass out till I get done with it. How about that? How about that? Oh, we got work to do, baby. We got work to do. You got black men walking around feeling like they need to tiptoe around. But no, the fuck you don't. You don't have to tiptoe around nobody. You got as much right to move and do and whatever you want to do. Fuck all that. They got black men's minds fucked up. That's that white supremacy. That's that Channel 2 Action News. That's that media, that social media bullshit. And for all these coons out here making black men feel apologetic about being themselves. Y'all are fucked up. Y'all contribute to this shit. You stupid ass coons. Y'all don't understand. Y'all influencing black men to have low self esteem about their goddamn self. You doing that, and you a black male embodying a black male body. You fucking idiots. You fucking idiots. Y'all are part of the problem. White men beat each other, beat black men down with their white male patriarchy, white supremacy. But then you got coon ass, stupid ass niggas that don't understand that you're making black men be docile from birth with that bullshit. That's crazy work. It's crazy. And I hope that that young man will think in the future that, yeah, I am okay. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't need to ask nobody. I'm a black man. I hope he hears me. I hope that maybe echoes in his head in the future. That's fucked up being apologetic about just being a black male. Everything understood don't have to be said. He said a whole lot when he said, do you want me to not get on the elevator with you? Man, if you don't get your ass in this elevator, that hurt me. Anyway, let me talk about my, I'm not going to go into it deep. I'm just going to get a brief synopsis. One thing about doing business is you have people who do not want to do business right. Okay, there's a thing called 30-day cycle sometimes. Sometimes 60 when you're dealing with the government. You do a job for them and you got to wait to get paid. And sometimes you have people where you say, you know what, you can pay on the day of or whatever. Some people have, I don't have these policies. Some people have a policy. You have to pay me 4 days ahead, okay, in full. And I'm about to get to that point when it comes to a certain amounts of money. This motherfucker did not want to give me, did not want to pay me my motherfucking money. And we're talking about a couple grand here. Couple grand. Where my damn envelope? I got my motherfucking check. I got my motherfucking check. I have been very, very aggressive. See, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a litigator. I am a litigator. I will take you to court. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to play games with Miss May May and her money. When I deliver something, you will pay. And I'm not gonna be dealing with no scrambling and excuses and none of that shit. You're gonna motherfucking pay. And I don't need no goddamn lawyer. I know how to get shit done my damn self. I, at what, 21 years old, filed my own fucking divorce. It cost me $10. That's the paperwork. I navigated and did all the legalese and all them 20 goddamn pages. I did it myself to get my own divorce. I navigated that. It's a lot of work and paperwork and a lot of shit you ain't never heard of. You don't know what the hell that means. That's fine. I'll figure it out. I'm good at that type of thing. So I'm not the bitch you want to play with. And I hate to say it, but unfortunately, much of my adult life, I have had to deal with litigations in some form or fashion, ongoing. Okay? Lawyer shit, legal shit. It's just the nature of a lot of aspects of my life. Okay? From real estate to career. There was a class action lawsuit, DeKalb County. I didn't start the lawsuit, but I damn sure was part of it, and I got goddamn paid. For 5 years straight, I got paid. Okay? I had to sue McDonald's, had to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Different shit. And I'm not the one that, you know, business and real estate. And of course, the activism, that there's lawsuits involved in that. Many, many lawsuits keep getting filed based on the work I'm doing. They can't sue me, so they sue Georgia. They sue the city of Decatur. They sue Stone Mountain Park. But that shit, you know, it's under me. So I gotta go and read the legalese. What are they suing for? What do they want? What's the problem? I gotta follow the legal, journey, the path. What's going on? So what I'm saying is, I am not afraid of litigation. I'm not afraid to put a lawsuit on your head. And so for the past week, this person has been, let me see, they're 45 days now. And they thought that I was just going to go away. I was going to shut up. I was going to be quiet. They tried to do all kind of meandering. This is a business. I looked up their LLC, okay? And I got the name of the registered agent. And I basically went the other day to the courthouse like I said I would. And I document everything along the way. I show you I'm about to put your ass in court. And I'm not playing with you. I'm not one of them niggas that likes to just, I'm going to sue you. I don't do that. What I proceed to do is ask you for several documents if I need them. And then I let you know, when I take you to court, I'm going to take you to court for this. And then I'm going to add this fee. And I'm going to add the trouble. And the fact that I had to pay $6 for parking. And I got a receipt already. Look, let me show you. Look, this bitch right here don't fuck around. I don't fuck around. I do not fuck around. I layer my shit. Y'all see that right there? That's the park. That's the parking. Y'all see that? City Decatur. That's $6. That's going in the lawsuit. I told them. I said I'm gonna add the $6 to the lawsuit. This right here, that quick trip, that's gas. Y'all see that? $36 gas. I told them every time I have to keep coming to your offices to ask you for my money, I'm gonna be charging you out of that gas. I'm gonna keep my mileage and all of that because I know the judge is gonna ask for that shit. And when I start lining them up a certain way, every time I got to go to the courthouse, that $6 is going to be charged to you. They said, "Oh, this bitch is not playing." No, I'm not playing. And I said, "I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow." And I sent them an email. Was it early this morning? I said, "Look, this is how this is going to go. I need you to get an email in writing your final decision about whether you're going to pay me my motherfucking money or not." Oh, it's a lot of people involved. I don't give a fuck. The registered agent is the person who is going to be sued under this LLC. I do not give a fuck if it's multiple people. I don't give a damn if it's 1,000 people that's part of this business. I'm holding one person accountable who is the registered agent. They're going to have their name on a lawsuit. And I'm going to keep adding shit until I get you to pay me. Now, final decision. Is you or is you not going to pay me my money? And I will be by to see you. I came by and saw them yesterday and demanded my money. Oh, the owner, the registered agent. I asked him. I said, "Hey, are you someone?" Because I ain't met the motherfucker. See, people who like to do dirty work, They try to keep a buffer zone. See, that's one thing. And it's a white man. He has a black woman as a front, you know. Well, it's my job. I don't give, bitch, get out the way. You fucking mammy, get your ass out the way. I'm gunning for this white man. He's the one who's trying to steal. He the one trying to steal. I'm gunning for him. Get your black ass out the way. I had to send her email, and I told her I am a hardworking black woman, and there is no way in hell I'm about to let a white man. Yes, I put that shit in the email. I am not about to let no white man steal a dollar from me. I go to war on white men. You understand? I don't like them motherfuckers at all. I'll take your money, but what you're not gonna do is fuck with Miss May May and her goddamn money. I will go fucking. I will go ape on you. I talked to him yesterday. I gotta go to my dentist. I said okay. I said that's okay, and I brought my court papers in. He know what that shit look like. Trust me, he know what that shit look like. I brought my court papers in. I said I'm just gonna file this tomorrow. No problem. No problem. You see, I done already went down there. You see that? And I sent him an email. Letting him know, I got the receipts for the gas. I got the receipt. So I'm gonna add all this shit in. You still gonna pay my money? And I let them know. I've been to this court many times, and guess what? I always get a judgment. People steal from me. They think they're gonna do this and do that and play dumb and play stupid and make excuses. Try me. I'm not gonna do like most black folks. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna come and collect all the data I need, and I'm gonna ask you one last fucking time. And that's what I put in the email. When you go to court, before the judge lets you go into mediation, they're gonna ask you, have you done everything to resolve this? What have you done to resolve this situation? I said, so all I'm doing with this email is documenting so that when we go to court, the judge can see that I have tried to resolve this before we got to this place and this point. So what is your final answer? I got some bullshit ass email sent from the black mammy. I said, my email finally, I said, I'm clear now that this man intends to steal from me. I'll see you guys in court. And what I did is I popped up on their ass. I popped up on their ass. Do you know when I walked through that door, they handed me a what? A fucking check. I was surprised, but I wasn't because they wasn't expecting me. I pop up. I don't tell you I'm coming. They had my motherfucking check ready. I ain't even cash it yet. They know. Listen, there's some black people you can play with, and there's some black people you can't play with. And he saw that look in my eye. And see, one thing about me, I stare the fuck out of a white man. I look at them, I see straight through them, and I look through them, and that terrifies their soul. That cracker said, "Go ahead and cut that lady that check." And I had told her earlier, I said, "I am not the one you want to play with. The dynamics don't even look good. I'm a black woman, a business owner, and he's a wealthy white man, and he wanna steal from me." I said in the email, I know that a lot of people are facing economic hardships. But it's really sad when the wealthy decide they want to steal from hardworking people. And he is wealthy. There are some black people that white people look at and they say, I don't want no parts of that. Yeah, motherfucker, you don't want no parts of this. And I let him know this is not a problem for me, not none. This ain't no struggle. This ain't no nothing. We just gonna go through the process. It's not emotional. I'll sue you. I'll sue anybody. Do the right thing, motherfucker. That's it. Do the right goddamn thing. And I said that in there. You need to work on your business ethics. That's what you need to work on. Because this shit is unacceptable. I want my check immediately. My money immediately. Expeditiously. Or else. Or else. So let's get to a final resolution, final word. I'm gonna give you a chance, motherfucker, to think. Because you the one gonna end up with a judgment. And guess what? There are lots of people out here before they do business with you, especially big money. They're gonna do what? They're gonna look at your court records. They're gonna look at judgments against you. They're gonna look at somebody had to take you to jail for this. I mean, to court for this petty shit right here. Really, really. And you start looking bad in business when every time you turn around, you're getting sued for something. See, real adults and business people, they go ahead and they handle their business. You just like child support. Real grown folks, you handle your business. You don't have to go and make the adults make you do right. The judge, right? That's part of being in a great democracy. Be fucking responsible. Handle your business. Come to resolutions and compromise. Do what's right. When you go to court, that says you are not in control of yourself. You don't know how to manage yourself. That's what going to court means. I have plenty of things that could have gone to court, but me and other people act like adults and we take care of it. We talk it out. We work through it. Tons of litigation could go into the courtrooms and it doesn't because people are grown and they act like they got some fucking sense. But if you are a stupid ass, I will absolutely take you to fucking court without any hesitation. And I got this real estate situation. I've been waiting out for 9 months. That DR property is partially sold. I'm waiting for my last 5-figure payment. I let the I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I let the woman get the property, give her control of it for 2 years now. And 9 months ago, she was supposed to make her final payment of 5-digit payment. The last of what 3 or 4 payments she's supposed to make. She ain't paid. And I'm trying. I already called my lawyer in DR. I'm trying not to take her to court because I know how the lawyers in DR do. The two lawyers will help each other get rich off of two gringos. I'm trying not to go down the legal path because I already know how that's gonna go. You go in litigation in these foreign countries, then you don't know the law. You can't know the law. It's in a whole nother language. And these two motherfuckers want to play two gringos. Like, so the smartest thing to do is the two gringos get together and fucking agree and compromise. You see what I'm talking about? How people have to handle their shit like they're adults and not litigate everything. I don't mind, but I will. Because I'll get my money on the back end, especially if I have to hire a lawyer. I will get my money on the back end. Was it this past January? Is it this past January or last January? I came out of a 6-year class action lawsuit that I created with 30 other members on my HOA. I had to do it. I had to do it. I tried everything. I don't mind. If you don't want to act like a dope, you don't want to be ethical, you don't want to do what's right, I will sue the whole fuck out you. You got to do it. Because some people don't respect nothing until you hit them in their pockets. Some people they don't respect doing what's right for the sake of doing what's right, having business ethics. You got to spank them in the courtroom. You got to yank that goddamn money out them pockets. That's what you got to do. You got to embarrass them and humiliate them. Lawsuits ain't that nice. I ain't never had nobody sue me because I'm going to do what's right. I ain't perfect, but I'm not finna. If somebody send me something, now let me tell you what I have had. I could have got sued for defamation several times. I could have got sued for defamation because I have a tendency to get mad and run my mouth and say all kind of random shit. Okay, it could be lies too. I'm gonna just tell you, some of that shit could be lies. I ain't gonna lie. Some of it could be lies. It might be defamation. And what I do is I run my mouth and I talk my shit and I do whatever I want to do, say what I want to say. And then I get that letter and they say, hey, cease and desist, something, something, something. And I pause. And then I start up again. So they send the second letter. And I talk all my shit, talk my shit, talk my shit, do what I want to do, say what I want to say. And then they send me the letter, I pause. And they send me the third one. That's when you got to be careful. When they send you that third letter, cease and desist, don't do this. And I say, I detract that statement. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And I go sit down for about 3 months. and I start all over again. Say what I want to say and talk my shit. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. I say some new shit. When I start back, I say some new shit. I have had people try to silence me. You ain't gonna silence me. I'm talking about real life. Not no damn trolling on the internet. I've had people try to silence me. May is somebody you not gonna silence, okay? I believe in freedom of speech. So you're not gonna silence my black ass. Okay, I think I better go get my daughter. Let me see. Let me look at my chat. Mahogany said, "Hi May, showing some love. Keep up. You're a CC now, official. A CC. Oh, what's that? I'm out where we play. We play later. What's a CC? A credit card? A cuckoo? What is a CC? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Anyway, so I have victory today. I got my motherfucking money. And I had a white man bow down and submit. Yeah, motherfucker, quit playing with me. And mammy, go sit down. So that was taken care of. Anyway, all right, I gotta go pick my daughter up, and I'm gonna go sit my ass down. I'm tired. I'm tired. I done ran today, and I guess tomorrow sometime I don't know. I'll get to the bank or whatever. I'm sure that white man is not happy with himself. Yeah, yeah. Don't play with me, please don't. And you ain't got to worry about ever doing business with me again. I'm done.